What is up, everybody? Back at you again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the teased Honda HRV that Honda has put up on their newsroom. And according to Honda, 2022 is going to be the year of the SUVs. So let's just get right into the teasers and let's talk about it. The first things I've seen when looking at the comments for this vehicle is that the front looks like an S2000. If you really squint, if you want to stretch it, maybe you can say it like that, but it kind of does look like an Escape, but a better looking Escape, I will say. But really, when looking at this, it looks like a modern second gen RDX, especially from the rear. But if you really look at it, this looks like the Acura CDX. And for those of you that don't know, the Acura CDX is basically a tarted up HRV that's sold in the Chinese market. And it shares a lot of design cues with this new HRV. And this will kind of give us a good idea of what the vehicle will look like. For example, the CDX also has mirrors on the A-pillar, which this has. This has a more flat body line on the side compared to the CDX. But it has a similar spoiler in the rear, just like the CDX. And if you look at the design, Honda also hid the exhaust if you look at the rear. So we know that it's probably going to be marketed more to
active lifestyles.
But that's pretty much the exterior of this. It's not much to see. We have a good idea of what it looked like. I saw some teasers that show the HRV in camouflage. And there's this picture of it next to third gen CRVs, second and third gen CRVs. And we can get a good idea of the size of this vehicle. We saw that it was pretty much little bit smaller than those vehicles. So this is still going to be pretty compact, even though the design allows it to look a little bit bigger than like the European HRV or even the current gen HRV, in my opinion. So let's get into the interior. The interior should be similar to that of a Civic. Apparently, Honda is putting this on the Civic platform, and I think that platform is shared with also the Accord and also the CRV as well. So it's kind of moving a little bit upscale from its subcompact fit platform. So we should be seeing things like similar cloth seats, Honda Sensing Standard, 7-inch screen on the lower trim models and 9-inch on the upper trim models. Wireless phone charging, optional leather. Hopefully they'll put the Bose sound system on there. But the same question I have, with the updated platform, will it have the same Magic seating that the previous gen had? Because that allowed for a lot more storage compared to its size. That feature would really be quite useful on this vehicle. So looking at the cargo of the HRV and some of the other products Honda offered, the HRV had a cargo capacity on the front wheel drive model of 24.3 cubic feet squared. And just for reference, a modern 2022 Civic hatch has 24.5 cubic feet squared. So I think Honda will kind of want to top that number, even just by a little bit, so they can upsell you on the CUV compared to like a Civic hatch. And looking at the engines, we know that it could have a 2-liter from the Civic, which makes 158 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque. In Europe, it's a hybrid setup, so it'll probably be a little bit different. So in America, it'll probably be a little bit different. It's pretty similar to what the Corolla Cross makes, standard. Hopefully they put in the 1.5-liter turbo. We know this can support the 1.5 because it's a Civic platform, as I said before. And the Acura CDX also has the 1.5 liter, and that makes 180 horsepower and 177 pound-feet of torque. It'll be paired with the Honda CVT, and that's pretty much it. So if they put this in, it should just be an easy home run for them. Actually, this could make a lot more sense than a Civic because the same platform, the same engines, similar interior. It'll be a little more expensive, but it'll probably be the same price. So it could probably take a lot of sales from Civic sedan and Civic hatch because it'll just be a solid product more than likely. So if you like the video, like, subscribe. I'll keep you guys updated when more stuff comes out. Other than that, you guys have a good one. Peace.